Okay, so here we are. The Chargers are down to one preseason game against 49ers, and 53-man roster is basically taking shape. But don't think it's all obvious. Nah, there are still spots wide open, a couple tough calls coming, and maybe even a move or two that's going to catch fans off guard. And believe it or not, one of the guys projected to make this roster isn't even on the team yet. Sounds wild, right? So, let's talk it through. Position by position. Who's safe? Who's on the bubble? And what it all says about where this team is really headed. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. Okay, let's start with quarterback. Justin Herbert is obviously the face of the franchise, but the real story is that Trey Lance has won the QB2 job. And not just barely, he's clearly outplayed Taylor Heinicke this preseason. That creates a ripple effect. Instead of carrying 3 quarterbacks like most teams do, the Chargers free up space by only keeping 2. That's rare in today's NFL, but it tells you a lot about this coaching staff. They believe in Lance's ability to step in if needed, and they want roster flexibility somewhere else. And here's the kicker. The Chargers might actually trade Heinicke. If they can get a late-round pick for him, that's a smart flip. It turns what started as a camp competition into real value on draft weekend. That's how winning organizations operate. And don't ignore DJ Uiagalelei, undrafted free agent. He played really well in Hall of Fame games, so he can be QB3, and I am quite hopeful Jim Harbaugh is going to try him as well in this contest. Moving to the running back room, this group has been tough to judge because they've been running behind a backup offensive line that honestly looks like it belongs in Division II football. No back is going to look good in that situation. But right now, the room is Omarion Hampton, Kamani Vidal, Raheem Sanders, and Hassan Haskins. Notice one name missing? Najee Harris. His status is huge. Harris hasn't shown meaningful progress in his recovery, and with the season right around the corner, you have to assume he's not starting Week 1. That leaves the younger backs to carry the load. It's not flashy, but remember, Jim Harbaugh has always been a committee backfield coach. He wants guys who can rotate, pound the rock, and keep fresh legs in the game. This group fits that mold, even if no single player has popped yet. And at fullback, the Chargers are rolling with Scott Matlock. And this is fascinating because Matlock isn't just a fullback. He's a defensive lineman too. That versatility gives LA an extra roster slot without actually giving one up. You don't see many two-way players in the NFL anymore, but Harbaugh loves guys who can play tough in multiple roles. Some fans might argue this spot could be used elsewhere, but the staff clearly values Matlock's physicality and flexibility, so he's locked in. Moving on to wide receivers, and this is where it gets fun. This is easily Justin Herbert's deepest wide receiver room since entering the league. You've got the reliable vet in Keenan Allen, the big-bodied talent in Quentin Johnston, the rookie spark in McConkey, plus Tre Harris, KeAndre Lambert-Smith, and Darius Davis. That's 6 receivers. No surprises there. The real question isn't who makes the team. It's how the depth chart shakes out. Johnston had a scare with that injury, and in the meantime, the rookies have been flashing. That means Herbert could be throwing to a mix of seasoned vets and hungry young guys who are already proving they belong. For years, the Chargers have leaned on Allen as the safety blanket. This year, Herbert finally has options everywhere. That changes how dangerous this offense can be. And at tight end, the trio looks like Will Dissly, Tyler Conklin, and rookie Oronde Gadsden II. Simple, solid group. But let's not ignore Tucker Fisk. He's made a legit case to sneak onto this roster because of his blocking ability. And if there's one thing Harbaugh values, it's guys who can block in the run game. But the problem? There's just not enough space. If you're looking for a spot where the Chargers could shift numbers, like maybe trimming a running back to keep a 4th tight end, this is it. For now, though, it's 3 tight ends, and Dissly is the clear tight end one. Now, the offensive line, this one seems tricky. You've got Joe Alt, Zion Johnson, Bradley Bozeman, Mekhi Becton, Trey Pipkins, Jamari Salyer, Branson Taylor, and Andre James. These are 8, but the 9th player, well, he's not even here yet. Yes. Player to be determined. The Chargers know they need a better swing tackle, and no one on the current roster has shown they can handle it. That means a move is coming. Whether it's a trade or a late free agent pickup, someone new is filling that 9th spot. Call this trade number, 2 in the making. And honestly, this isn't optional. Protecting Justin Herbert is priority number 1, and the Chargers can't afford to gamble on unproven backups when their franchise quarterback's health is on the line. On the defensive line, the group looks like Tier Tart. Deshaun Hand, Jamari Caldwell, Otito Ogbonnia, and Justin Eboigbe. Plus, you've got Matlock in the mix when needed. That's depth, that's versatility, and it's solid across the board. The odd man out here? Naquan Jones. He was a signing that just hasn't found a place in this rotation. It's nothing against him, but the numbers game makes it tough. This unit feels steady, and the Chargers finally have some rotational strength up front. At edge rusher, the stars are obvious. Khalil Mack and Tuli Tuipulotu. Add Bud Dupree, and that's your core. But the real preseason standout has been Caleb Murphy. This guy has turned heads with his production, enough to force the team to keep a fifth edge rusher. That's big, because if they need space elsewhere, Murphy's the kind of player they might try to sneak onto the practice squad, but for now, he's earned his spot. Kyle Kennard rounds out the group, giving Harbaugh a deep, versatile pass rush rotation. For a defense that struggled to close out games in the past, this kind of depth is critical. Then we have linebackers. This room is a mix of veteran presence and young upside. Diane Henley, Denzel Perryman, Junior Colson, Troy Dye, and Marlowe Wax. Wax has been one of the fun stories of camp. An undrafted guy making plays and earning a real chance. Meanwhile, Perryman has held off Colson for that second starting spot. This will be a battle to watch all season. Harbaugh loves young linebackers, but right now, Perryman's experience gives him the edge. And with Delshon Phillips stuck on the PUP list, Wax slides in and takes advantage. On the cornerback side, this is where things get dicey. Right now, it's Tarheeb Still, Cam Hart, Dante Jackson, Dean Leonard, Nico Reed, and Benjamin St-Juste. But let's be real, St-Juste has been a problem. He struggled in Washington, and he's been bad again this preseason. If the Chargers had a better option, he wouldn't make the cut. This room just doesn't feel settled. It's thin, it's vulnerable, and if injuries hit, it could get ugly. Don't be surprised if the Chargers look outside for help here, because corner is the one spot that feels unfinished. At safety, the Chargers are stacked. Derwin James is the heartbeat of this defense, even when he's lining up in the nickel. Alohi Gilman, Elijah Molden, and rookie R.J. Mickens round out the group. And Mickens has been one of the breakout players of preseason. That's why safety might be the deepest position on the entire team. If the Chargers wanted to, they could sneak in another vet like Tony Jefferson, but they might not even need to. Between Derwin's versatility and Molden's ability to slide around, this unit gives the defense its backbone. And finally, special teams. This one's easy. Cameron Dicker, J.K. Scott, and Josh Harris. No drama, no surprises. They've been locked in all camp and they'll stay locked in. So, here's the bottom line. This roster isn't just about names, it's about identity. Harbaugh is building a tough, versatile, no-nonsense team. You see it in the two-way guys like Matlock. You see it in the risky moves like carrying two quarterbacks. You see it in the commitment to the trenches with a new swing tackle on the way. There are still questions, especially at corner, but for the first time in a while, it feels like the Chargers are building something that makes sense. So, what do you think? Do you agree with this roster prediction? Or anyone else you think will make the roster? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Bolt up.